For centuries, the Hopi people have carried one of the most intriguing and mysterious prophecies in Native American tradition, the prophecy of the Blue Star Kachina, said to signal the end of the Fourth World and the beginning of the Fifth. If you are unfamiliar with Hopi prophecy, which is so clearly telling us about today's and tomorrow's world, I'll link some videos at the end and in the description to get you up to speed. So this video assumes that you have a foundation of the Hopi Fifth World prophecy and how it has predicted the man with the red hat and the golden age. Like many ancient teachings, it is layered, symbolic, and passed down primarily through oral tradition. Yet the message has captivated modern minds, spiritual seekers, and researchers who are watching aspects of this prophecy unfold right now before those whose eyes are open. According to Hopi teachings, the Blue Star Kachina, sometimes called Sakwasohu, will appear in the heavens as a blue star or a radiant blue celestial body. Its appearance marks the time when the world undergoes a massive purification. Social structures collapse, corruption is revealed, and humanity is forced to choose between spiritual awakening and deeper chaos. The Hopi say this star is not just a light in the sky, but a messenger, a harbinger of change, a reminder that cycles end so that new worlds can begin. The Hopi prophecies describe a series of signs such as the world will be covered in a web, which is eerily interpretive of the Internet or World Wide Web. Another prophecy is that people will live in the sky, which is interpreted by some as satellites or even off-planet settlements such as Elon Musk's mission to the planet Mars. Another warning is that a dwelling place in the heavens will fall back to Earth, and some link this to space debris or even shuttle disasters. Then there's the return of the Blue Star Kachina dancers, which signal the final purification. During this transition, the Hopi describe the unveiling of hidden truths, the downfall of corrupt leaders, and a spiritual awakening that separates those aligned with the earth from those trapped in materialism. It's a prophecy not of doom, but of transformation, and it describes our current world to a T. Here's the rub. The Hopi signal the return as the Blue Star Kachina as the beginning of the Fifth World. Briefly, the Hopi Fifth World is the prophesied next era of human life defined by spiritual renewal, harmony with nature, and the rebuilding of society after a period of global purification. Over time, several celestial events have been suggested as possible blue star manifestations, so let's take a look. The appearance of Comet Holmes in 2007 briefly expanded into a massive blue cloud visible to the naked eye. There is also the newly forming blue supergiant stars, observed by astronomers in the last 2 decades. We must also consider the strange bright blue flashes captured over Earth's atmosphere in recent years. The surge of UFO sightings with blue orbs, blue disks, and blue pulsing craft are an obvious consideration. And more recently, some people called attention to the mysterious blue object over Hawaii in 2021, reports of blue plasma-like craft over military bases late last year, and the blue light anomalies seen during volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and solar storms. To those watching with Hopi prophecy in mind, these signs feel less symbolic and more like a countdown. Many Earth prophecies, like those from the Hopi, Vedic, Sumerian, and others, reflect ancient extraterrestrial knowledge or cycles that off-world civilizations have known about because they have been carefully watching over Earth and our progress. According to Elena Danan, certain blue plasma or blue light ships operating near Earth belong to higher dimensional benevolent groups, and that ancient star nations have most certainly influenced Native American tribes. The transition from the old matrix into a new consciousness field, aligns with the multiple ancient prophecies from Native Americans across Earth. I was unable to pinpoint any single object as the Blue Star Kachina. But whistleblowers, especially those who talk about cyclical resets, planetary timelines, or the collapse of corrupt power structures, often reference the Hopi prophecy more metaphorically. They tend to see the blue star as a signal of planetary awakening, not necessarily a physical star. Here's what we know from the Hopi. The blue star appears after the red Kachina is witnessed. The red Kachina isn't one moment, it's a phase of purification that began decades ago. The Hopi elders often describe the red Kachina as a red celestial sign, and a period where corruption is exposed, systems collapse, truth comes out, and society becomes unstable before renewal, so we have clearly witnessed the red star Kachina. According to the elders, the world entered that purification phase in the late 20th century, and it has intensified in the 2000s. The world witnessed a time of great upheaval, moral confusion, environmental disruption, and societal corruption, and as difficult as it's been, according to the prophecy, it was a necessary predicate for the return of the twins, who are often interpreted symbolically as a return of ancient guardians, cosmic forces, or spiritual truths. A period where truth is revealed and lies collapse. The Hopi elders have emphasized that the signs are already here and we are very close to the time of the blue star, but they never anchor it to a calendar date. Within emerging spiritual and disclosure circles, there are several candidates being talked about when it comes to the blue star. First, there are the blue orb UFOs, which have been reported all over the world, especially during mass sightings or moments of global tension. Some folks actually link these orbs to higher dimensional extraterrestrial groups who might be guiding humanity through this shift. Then, there's the intensifying blue light phenomena, which are those blue flashes people sometimes see during geomagnetic storms, earthquakes, or even volcanic eruptions. These flashes of blue light are often interpreted as signs that Earth's energy grid is activating. Another major candidate is Sirius, the blue star itself. Sirius holds deep meaning in many ancient cultures, including the Hopi, who connect their star ancestors to the Sirius system. Sirius is the brightest star in Earth's night sky, located about 8.6 light-years away in the constellation Canis Major, or the Great Dog. It's a binary star system, meaning it has two stars orbiting each other, so from this standpoint, it certainly fits the bill of the twins. Sirius is often described as a high-frequency star system. Many traditions call Sirius a center of advanced wisdom, a source of higher consciousness, and the origin of certain starseed lineages. There are powerful parallels, but the Hopi elders do not specifically identify Sirius as the Blue Star Kachina. And finally, there's a more symbolic idea, the collapse of the old world as the true blue star event. In this interpretation, the blue star represents a great unveiling. The exposure of high-profile elites, the downfall of global financial structures, government transparency forced by disclosure, and an awakening of humanity that spreads like a blue flame. So for some, the blue star isn't a celestial body at all, but an event or a turning point. Whether you see it as literal or symbolic, the Blue Star Kachina is about purification. It's that moment when lies just can't stand anymore, and corruption can no longer hide. Old systems start to collapse, making space for clarity. Humanity at that point has to choose between fear and awakening. In Hopi teaching, the fifth world is described as a place of balance, harmony, and a reconnection with our cosmic origins. The timing is just too aligned to ignore, guys. We're seeing worldwide exposure of corruption, cracks forming in the political and financial matrix, and this mass awakening of consciousness. There's also a surge in UFO disclosure, record levels of solar and planetary activity, and the breakdown of old structures all across the globe. It's undeniable, and for those who are attuned to the Hopi teachings, these are seen as the footsteps of the Blue Star approaching. Regardless of whether you believe in extraterrestrials, star nations, or even the Galactic Federation, the Hopi message is actually pretty simple. Prepare spiritually. Live truthfully. Walk in balance. Stay connected to Earth. And be ready for a new world that's born through purification. At its heart, the Blue Star prophecy is less of a warning and more of an invitation, an ancient reminder that transformation comes after illumination. And right now, it really feels like something luminous is undeniably rising across the world. Can you feel it yet? Many people feel this internally as a push to be more authentic, more courageous, and more aligned with their true purpose. If you are feeling this push, you are awakening to the esoteric, to the eternal, to the all-powerful essence of who you are. This isn't a time for anger or consternation. It's a time to rejoice and become the evolved being that is your destiny.